We told you recently about a new report from Deadline that claims that Yellowstone could soon be parting ways with its biggest star, Kevin Costner, effectively bringing the series to an end. Yellowstone first premiered in June of 2018 on the Paramount Network, and fans quickly fell in love with the cast and characters, as well as the scenery and the cinematography and the beautiful Dutton Ranch based in Montana. Obviously, there are major implications if Yellowstone does part ways with Kevin Costner, even if they try to bring in some of the massive names that are being thrown around right now. I'm curious to hear in the comments what you think about what this could mean for the series of Yellowstone. Now, before we continue, we have a lot of returning viewers here at CountryCast. Most of you have not yet subscribed. If you could take just a quick second to hit that subscribe button, we would really appreciate it. So Deadline is a very reputable source when it comes to entertainment. They've broken a number of big stories. They've even had some exclusive reporting on Yellowstone, so it sounds like they have connections to the series. So I take what they say with a lot of credibility. They've broken some very big stories in entertainment and some big stories as they relate to Yellowstone. And they have a response from Paramount on here as well. And I thought the verbiage used in this statement was also particularly interesting. So the article says, Deadline understands that Taylor Sheridan, co-creator and showrunner, Paramount Global and Paramount Network are moving to end their signature show in its current form, but they are plotting a potential franchise extension to continue the Dutton saga, a new show with Matthew McConaughey in talks to star. The article also includes a very interesting and cleverly worded statement from Paramount that says the following: "We have no news to report." That's not a denial. "Kevin Costner is a big part of Yellowstone, and we hope that's the case for a long time to come. Thanks to the brilliant mind of Taylor Sheridan, we are always working on franchise expansions of this incredible world he has built." Now listen to this. Matthew McConaughey is a phenomenal talent with whom we'd love to partner. That's hardly a denial from the Paramount Network, and this goes back to some rumors we heard over the last several weeks and months about Kevin Costner trying to limit his taping schedule, and apparently people in his family, they wanted him to work less. The thing about Yellowstone, it is an on-location filming project. So these stars of this series actually have to go to a relatively remote location for 50 or 60 days a year in that location that's very limited and film this show. I'm not complaining. I'm sure they're not complaining either, but it's a long time to spend away from home for any person doing any job. And it says that sources tell Deadline that Costner, who had originally limited himself to 65 days of shooting on Yellowstone, only wanted to shoot for 50 days for the first part of the current season. But for the second batch of episodes of the current 5th season of Yellowstone, the actor, who just won Best Television Actor in a Drama Series at the Golden Globes, only wanted to spend a week shooting. Costner is directing and starring in his multi-part Western epic, Horizon, which he co-wrote with John Baird, that landed at Warner Bros. Given that Costner plays Dutton, the patriarch of the Dutton clan, this has been a source of frustration for Sheridan, and it is understood to be causing morale problems for the other stars on the show, which includes Luke Grimes, Kelly Riley, Wes Bentley, Cole Hauser, Kelsey Asbill, and Jill Birmingham. It says, "We are told Paramount has declined Costner's most recent proposal and instead has made the decision to move on to the other show," sources said. Now, they note that because of the wild success of the prequel series 1883, 1923, and expectations on upcoming Sheridan shows, again, Sheridan's got to be one of the top 5 in the business in terms of writing and just executing, making brilliant television shows. He really is amazing at that. It says the new show will start on the linear cable channel Paramount Network and then stream exclusively on Paramount Plus. Negotiations are still ongoing, though, with Matthew McConaughey. I know this is going to be disappointing to hear for a lot of Yellowstone fans, myself included, but Matthew McConaughey is an amazing actor. Again, he's born and raised in Texas. He understands. I think he can play this character effectively. He's an amazing actor. So if you bring in someone as impactful on a show as Matthew McConaughey, I think it can soften the loss of someone like Kevin Costner. And although you're ending the original Yellowstone series, I do think that this one could kick off in a very big way. We have to ask ourselves, is this a show that's meant to last forever? Do we want there to be a season 15 of this? Is it possible to keep the show interesting with that long of a duration? I don't know. But I think that if you implement a new main character, it creates an interesting new dynamic with folks like Rip Wheeler, and maybe some division within the Dutton family about possibly this new leader. There are a lot of possibilities, and you can bet that Taylor Sheridan is capable of writing some really compelling television and movies. Maybe I should say that before they call this all a day, maybe we could get a Yellowstone movie out of this before Kevin Costner's gone. But it does sound like maybe there's been a bit of a breakdown in the relationship. So let me know what you all think here in the comments. Yellowstone, one of the most impactful shows of the last several decades. It's a brilliant TV show. All good things must come to an end at some point. And Yellowstone, I think they have done a remarkable job of building a legacy and a universe around the shows. Bringing in someone like Matthew McConaughey could potentially give the series a fresh new feel. As always, let me know what you all think in the comments, and be sure to subscribe to CountryCast for the latest news and updates about all things country. And check out the recommended video up on your screen.